What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. As we know, brother Kendrick Lamar had an iconic Juneteenth pop-up concert. You know, all the brothers from the West Coast, and you know I'm a big-time West Coast brother, man. Like, I was born in California, raised in California. I was a graduate of California State University, Sacramento. I grew up in California. I'm a Cali kid. So that was big to me, man, seeing Kendrick Lamar represent the West Coast. Russell Westbrook, DeMar DeRozan, all the brothers out there on Juneteenth, right? But Tariq Nasheed posted something on his Twitter, and guys, I'm starting to get in on this Twitter thing, man. Your boy might have to start getting on Twitter, okay? But I might have to start posting on there. But I saw this, and you have some Latino dudes that got upset about the fact that it wasn't no Latino artists allowed on the Juneteenth pop-up concert. Let's play the clip.
No, yeah, so basically I feel like the Mexican people were underrepresented there last night.
I feel it. I can see that.
I can see that too, man, but...
And a lot of people are telling me that I sound like bitter or something. Like, I'm not a rapper, fool. I'm not tripping about not being on stage. I'm saying, like, oh, Jeezy performed, I think, last night.
Yeah.
Did he?
That would have been nice if he would have been on stage.
If he would have.
Now, maybe the young legend had something to do, so he dipped.
Right. Because all the artists that did perform were up there.
Facts.
I respect it. Who was up there? I can't keep counting.
There was a lot of people that went, but I think Jeezy was the only
person that didn't pop out? Or were you going to say he's the only Mexican that performed?
Both.
Did he perform? Was he supposed to perform?
He did perform, yeah.
He did
He
perform.
did?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see him perform because I caught it late.
I saw the clip.
I saw
I didn't even see that clip.
a
What
picture
the?
of someone posting that he performed.
Do you think it had something to do with it being Juneteenth?
I don't understand. I thought Juneteenth was like on the 16th or something like that. It's on June 19th.
It was Juneteenth yesterday.
Yeah, it was Juneteenth. Facts.
I respect it.
Do you think that had something to do with it?
Has something to do with what? The fact that they threw the show that day? Or that there was no Mexicans on stage?
There you go. Do you think it was supposed to be like...
First of all, let me start off by saying congratulations to Kendrick Lamar and all of the wonderful individuals that performed last night.
Hell yeah, shut him out.
So I'm not trying to go racial with it, but I will say...
Oh, we're just picking each other's brains apart.
Although it was Juneteenth, and I believe that's in remembrance of the massacre. I don't want to be wrong, but is it in Tulsa or in Selma?
I don't even know.
Or a place over there? I could be wrong, and I hate to be wrong, but I know it's in remembrance of a massacre that took place, right? I'd like to say that the Mexican people have been persecuted in this wonderful land for a long, long, long time.
Mm.
So Tariq Nasheed was recently on the Daily Wrap-Up Crew podcast. Shout out to my brothers out in Brooklyn doing their thing. And he was talking about reparations and who should get it. But I want you to focus in at the end of the conversation.
So what do you say about, because the whole conversation about reparations, I know you have the rally for reparations June 15th in DC. And what do you think about the people that's saying that how you just should distribute reparations, or what black people should get reparations, or should all black Americans get reparations? Like, what was that conversation?
No, the reparations should be strictly for foundational black Americans, descended of freedmen, because we were the ones who suffered in slavery. See, it's reparations for slavery. It's not reparations for racism, because a lot of people want to come on and get like, hey, I'm black. I dealt with racism.
Selectively black people.
Right. Well, they're black when it's convenient.
Yeah.
The thing is, we can't let everybody say I'm black and I should get reparations, because some of you voluntarily came over. You can't say I fought to get over here, but now I'm discriminated against, so I need some resources. No, this is our homeland. We've been here. We've been here from the beginning, and we were mistreated on our own homeland, and we have to get compensated. If we let other melanated people say, well, I'm black and I'm an immigrant and I should get reparations too, that opens the door for Hispanics. They can say, well, I was mistreated too. Asians can say, I was mistreated too. I need to get in on that. So that's going to open the door to a lot of bad things to happen, just like affirmative action. Affirmative action was supposed to be for black people.
Right.
Then we let them slip in one word and messed it all up. Minority. Nobody was using minority in the 1960s until 65. When we started saying we need to get something to be compensated, they said, well, let's do it for minorities. They slipped that word in, and everybody and their mama ran in the minority door and got affirmative action. And we're the last ones to get it. We didn't get nothing. White women started being minorities then.
Notice the key word minorities, okay? Now, let me just tell you this. Have Hispanics received prejudice and racism in the United States? Oh, absolutely. No one can argue that. They have been discriminated against. I remember when they really used to get discriminated against, since in my lifetime in the 80s. You would see Hispanics in Los Angeles selling fruit on the side of the freeway. They would call them wet. That was the first name, and in the back, and then the last name was Backs, right? You know, trying to insinuate that they were swimming all the way over to the United States. I mean, they used to call them all kind of names, man. And no doubt about the fact that, hey, you know, Hispanics have been discriminated against. And partly some of the land that was taken from their original territory, California, Mexico, Texas, we could argue it's theirs. However, the fact that they want to be included in Juneteenth is crazy. Why? Because do Hispanics include blacks in Cinco de Mayo? No. In fact, Hispanics try to run blacks out of certain neighborhoods in Southern California. Now, again, those of you who are from Northern California, the culture is a little different. Northern California, Norteños, and African Americans, we don't have any run-ins with them for the most part. I don't know how it is now, but you know, even when like the hyphy movement, you would have a lot of Mexicans that was right there with the blacks. The culture was the same, but hey, in Southern California, it ain't like that, man. Blacks and Mexicans typically don't get along like that. And the reason why is a lot of blacks and Mexicans try to get them out their territory. I mean, they have done a whole lot to African Americans. And so when it comes to their communities, they come in, they set up everything, the grocery stores. Hispanics don't hire black people, none of that stuff. And it's okay for them to keep us out. But now they're being entitled, right? And so you got to understand that language. When they are being entitled like that, they're trying to tell you something. They're trying to tell you that, look, you need to work with your people to achieve something, okay? Did you notice this quote that Tariq Nasheed put up here on the podcast? Some Latino dudes are upset that Kendrick Lamar didn't have any Mexican rappers on stage at his Juneteenth pop-up concert. One of these guys thought Juneteenth was about the Tulsa Race Massacre. So you don't even know what you're talking about, but yet you want to be included in something. Y'all need to wake up. We need to understand, man, that these other people, they don't even, it's kind of like, you know, fighting somebody and you don't have no fear of their power. Kind of like Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin. After a few rounds, he's not really afraid of how he hit, how hard he hit. He's just stalking the guy. And that's kind of how they are. They would have never said that 10 years ago. Maybe not even 5 years ago. You wouldn't have heard that. 15 years ago, hell no. Hispanics would never say that, but they can say it now. Why? Because we're not on code like we need to be. We're not on code, and they're gonna make us pay for that. They're gonna make us pay for the fact that we're not on code. They're gonna make us pay for the fact that we're not united. And the only people that suffer behind this is us. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. The episode of The Celebrity Junk. But you should follow, you just heard the bell. We're out.